Hi everyone, happy Monday. Today I'm going to be talking about stress and how we can prevent it from ruining our holiday season. I know stress is something that we deal with in our day-to-day lives. We learn how to cope with it, we learn how to manage it, but we don't often talk about how we can prevent it, especially this time of year with the additional stresses of the holidays, holiday parties, and all of the different gift shopping, family drama, all of that kind of rolled into one. So before I jump into today's topic, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tori Hallowell, and I help young professionals who are feeling burnt out and stuck in their careers and don't know what to do. Every week I post a fun and educational video where I share different tips and strategies from my clients, from my life, some things that I've learned along the way so that I can help you better fight your own burnout, find balance and purpose in your own life. And I also have created for you a resource guide full of awesome exercises, thoughtful questions, just some great information. And that is free for you to download, really easy for you to access it. You can just download it after this video. I'll post a link. And you can also go to my website, www.hallowellcoaching.com. And right on the homepage is a link that you can click so that you can download my free resource guide. And I hope that you enjoy. But today we are talking about stress. Something that we all experience, like I said, and we all know, we're very aware of the different symptoms and signals of stress, you know, feeling overwhelmed, anxious, tired, burnt out. Some of us have that rapid heartbeat, maybe an upset stomach. You can't sleep. Stress is what wakes you up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and you're unable to fall back asleep because your mind is just going. So we all know the different signals of stress and the fact that, you know, when we're feeling stressed, there is usually a boost of adrenaline shooting through our body, an increase in cortisol, and over time, this ongoing cortisol, this ongoing boost of adrenaline, it actually leads to mental and physical wear and tear on our bodies, right? We all know this. We also know, we've all heard about different ways that we can better manage the stress in our life. A couple examples, you know, getting some exercise, going to bed earlier and trying to get a good night's sleep, practicing mindful meditation, some breathing exercises, making sure that you are practicing yoga throughout your week, you know, really balancing your time and trying to be more productive and proactive in time management, learning how to ask for help or saying no when you have too much on your plate, carving out some me time, really trying to declutter and simplify your life. All of these are great coping techniques for dealing with stress. But today we're actually going to talk about how to prevent stress from taking over your life. And this is kind of the first step that will then help you kind of lower the stress in your life so that you don't have to cope with it as much or manage it as much. And then you can just enjoy those additional perks in your life because you have the time and because you want to. So when you think about stress, here's the thing that no one talks about. And this is the secret about stress. We are the root cause of our own stress, not our environments or our situations, not our bosses or coworkers, significant others, not our family members, us. We are the cause of our own stress. What happens is that we are presented with some sort of situation in our life, right? Stress comes from something happening in our life, a situation, things being added to our to-do list, extra projects we have to do, financial stresses about relationships. Something's happening in our life, and what we do is we create and put meaning on that situation. The situation shows up as a very neutral, black and white event, and we are the ones who create and put meaning onto the situation, and we create our own stress through that process. And this is an act we do very subconsciously. We don't even realize that we're doing it until we're actually feeling and living the stress. So what I recommend, first thing, is grab a piece of paper and grab a pen and write out some of the most common stressors in your life right now. Think about the environments, the people, the situations, the projects. Maybe it's you're stressed about weight loss or health. Maybe you're stressed about finances, relationships, whatever it is. Write it out. What is causing the stress? And really try to figure out what is the root cause, right? Not so much the people, but what is the root cause of this stress in our life? And now let's take a step back. So like I said, situations pop up in our life, right? We're always going to be experiencing some stress. We have to be a little bit flexible in our lives because you never know what's going to happen. But when these situations pop up, when we're not prepared to be flexible, when we kind of tap into our inner control freak, we take a neutral situation and we create a story around it. We're expert storytellers. We create stories around situations. We interpret what's going to happen, or we kind of interpret in the moment what's going on. We allow the situation to cloud our judgment. We actually take negative thoughts and negative judgments and put it on top of the situation at hand. This is the creation of the storytelling. And this is what causes stress in our life. So one of my favorite exercises I do with clients is the 3-step process. And basically what it is the thought that every thought you have leads to a feeling, which leads to some sort of action. So when you think about the stressors in your life, there is something that's happened in your life, some situations that's popped up, something you have to deal with, or you have to manage, or you have to kind of find the time for it. And when these situations pop up, remember they're neutral, we then take that negative storytelling tool and we implement it onto the situation. And this leads to some sort of thought, like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do this. Or I'm going to be stuck in traffic forever, I'm going to be late. Or I really don't like this family member, we don't agree on anything in life, why do I have to spend time with them? Or I can't believe I have to go to another holiday gathering, another Yankee Swap gift I have to buy, right? All these thoughts, we've kind of put a negative connotation or judgment onto them. And this leads to some sort of feeling. That's where the stress comes in, the feeling of being overwhelmed, of being anxious, of being negative or pissed or frustrated, right? And these feelings lead to the stress that we're experiencing mentally, like I mentioned, and physically. And then that stress leads to some sort of reaction. And when we're stressed, we all have different types of ways that we deal and handle with our stress. Some of us get angry. Some of us have that temper and we explode, or we're pissed, we're frustrated. Some of us get snappy and barky, attitudey. Some of us actually shut down, and avoid people and kind of close themselves off. Because they're just so overwhelmed, they don't want to deal with people, and so they're not willing to ask for help or to reach out or to communicate with others. So again, the situation that comes up in our life, we create a thought. That's the start of the story, which leads to the feeling, which is the stress that we feel, which leads to some sort of reaction. So if you think of that list of stressors in your life, the different situations and people and environments that are stressing you out, now take a step back and think, where is the story coming from that I'm creating? Who's taking responsibility for the stress in my life? Am I blaming someone else? Am I blaming the situation or the people? Am I creating a story that is then stressing me out because I'm putting this all on someone else? That's not fair, right? And that's not helpful. So what I really suggest is especially this holiday season, when stressors start to come up in your life, it is up to you to take a moment and rewrite the story in a positive mindset. So when you're starting to feel overwhelmed, starting to feel anxious, and just how am I going to fit this all in? I don't want to deal with these people. I don't want to deal with this additional project. I don't want to deal with the extra finances that are going out the door this month, right? You have to take it upon yourself to rewrite the story. So take that thought and make it a positive one, or make it neutral. Just don't let it become negative or judgmental, right? And rewrite the stress. Figure out ask yourself, what emotion would I rather be feeling? Right now I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling tired. What would I like to feel instead? Maybe excited, right? Maybe inspired. Maybe you're compassionate and maybe helpful. Whatever that feeling is, ask yourself, how would I rather be responding and feeling in this moment? And that will help you recreate the story, recreate the thought, which will lead to a different feeling, which will lead to a different reaction, right? We want to respond thoughtfully and mindfully and not have to react when we are pissed and frustrated and stressed. Okay? So just kind of and this applies to all different parts of your life. When you're feeling lonely or sad or frustrated or angry or even happy and excited, think about what thought is leading to this feeling, which is leading to this action. Now, the last thing I want to keep in mind that I want to share with you when you think about stress, some of us tend to get more stressed out than others. And we all kind of wonder, like, what is the trigger? Why do some people get more stressed than others? And part of it is that those of us, like myself included, who are type A, who are control freaks, right? We want things to be in control. We kind of micromanage everything in our lives. And when things go out of control or events pop up that we're not planning for, we're not prepared for, we then create our own stress, right? And so it's kind of how we perceive the world around us, perceive these events that pop up, these relationships or interactions, these scenarios. We need to learn how to take a little step back, myself included, take a breath, and let some of that control go. It doesn't mean that you have to go all willy-nilly, all like laid back all the time, but just kind of take a step back, recognize that you like to be in control, and at this you have to kind of rearrange things. You have to reprioritize. You have to make some space and make some room. And keep in mind that you can do that with a positive, productive mindset, right? Rewrite the story so it does not involve a stressful ending, but it involves having a happy, calm, hopefully peaceful experience for yourself. So that's what I recommend, is just kind of being aware of the 3-step process. Think again of all the stressors in your life and what's causing them, the root cause, and see if you can rewrite that cause so that you have a more peaceful and calm holiday season. And I really hope that you get the most out of it and can really share with others and be there for them. Now, we will talk more about stress, the cause and effects later on in 2018, because I know it's something that we all struggle and deal with from time to time. And there are certain times of the years where there's a huge increase, a spike, if you will, in stress. And it really is harmful and damaging to your body, mentally and physically. And we want to make sure that we have, best foot forward, especially moving into 2018. So if you have enjoyed this video, if you are now going to walk away and be more mindful and aware of the thoughts you're having, the feelings you're having, and the actions you're having in your life, and how this might actually change the way you're approaching your world and your situation, your career, your job, and your relationships, then I encourage you to share this video with other people. Send me a comment, send me a message or an email. I would love to hear from you. Like my video, and let people know, your colleagues, your friends, your relatives, that there is someone here who is ready to listen, ready to help. I work with clients all the time, one-on-one. Those of us who are feeling stuck and burnt out and just unsure of their next step. So if this sounds like you and you're looking for a little additional support and help, please don't be shy. Reach out. Let me know what's going on. I would love to hear from you. So until next week, enjoy your week. I hope that you have a fabulous, fabulous start of the holiday season, and I look forward to touching base again next Monday.